What's up, YouTube family? Welcome back to a new video. We're back on YouTube. First of all, I wanted to say thank you so much for all the engagement on my last video. Really fun to see that you are as excited as I am to be back on YouTube. We are at home and we are preparing to, I am preparing, but we also are preparing to go to the gym. Recently, I've been getting some comments on my progress on my lower body, which is really fun. You know, I have been struggling. What is utropstecken?
I don't know.
Crap. I have been struggling with building mostly my glutes. For those who have been following me for a while, this has been a problem, but I'm finally starting to see a progress, which is really happy. So I was thinking that in today's video, we're gonna go through my must-do glute exercises when you're in the gym. You all know there's a lot to choose from, so this will be like a part 1 or something, and I will show you more along the way, but these 5 has really helped me when trying to build glutes, along with food. For those who know me or follow me, you know that I'm on a calorie surplus still. That has also really helped me a lot. I have been before, but this time is like the first time I've actually been on calorie surplus for a longer period of time, and that has obviously also helped a lot. I will mix some before and after shakes, as I always do. I can go through that more in another video, because otherwise we will be here for a little bit longer than planned. But shortly, I'm using pump without like a steam-free pump from Alani, and I'm using EAA in both of them, and then I'm using L-glutamine in the after shake. That can be there for a little bit. And then I'm using creatine in both of them. And finally, I'm using Vitargo in my aftershake. It's a really big box. Yes, and that was all. I see you in the gym. We're in the gym and we are ready to go through this session. This will be my session for today, but this video will be all about the exercises, and I will show you what to think about, like form, when you're doing the exercises as well. The most common mistake you do is that you are overdoing everything in the gym. You're doing like 8-10 exercises, which is too much. You don't need that many exercises. If you have 5 and you have a plan, go into the gym with a plan, 200% focus on each exercise, and I promise you that these 5 will be everything that you need for a lower body session or a glute session as today. And like make sure you have your mindset and your effort into the session. First exercise. As I said, you do not have to spend hours and hours in the gym. As long as you have a plan and as long as you know what you're doing in the gym, 5 exercises is definitely enough. As I said, first one is barbell reverse lunges. You can do a reverse lunge with dumbbells if you prefer. I personally like to do it with a barbell because I feel like I can load on more weights. So that's what we will be doing. To think about when doing this exercise is that the working leg, which will be this one, you want this you want to push from your heels when going up. Like this, you don't want to lean forward and get it can be really hard to keep your balance. So focus on one spot, keep your back straight and go straight back. Pushing from your heels up, and you don't have to overdo the exercise with doing this, like pushing your hips forward. If you do, if you have a muscle connection and a muscle mindset, focusing on pushing from your heel and up will be enough for the muscles like to feel the exercise. So going up. I'm gonna show you the exercise. And you can also keep the tempo on the way down. Slow the tempo down to really feel the exercise and to like get to know the exercise if you are new and if you are struggling with the exercise. So I'm gonna prepare for the next exercise. Yes. I personally like to choose exercises. Sänkte han? Oh my god, sorry. So I personally like to do exercises where I can be on the same spot like my whole session. So working with a barbell, for example, I can be on the same spot my whole session. But that's individual, what you like. Sometimes I like to like go around the gym, but it's definitely convenient to be on the same place. Next exercise is Romanian deadlifts with, again, barbell, or if you prefer, dumbbells. I like to do it with barbell. It depends on how I'm feeling, but today we're doing with a barbell. So the thing with Romanian deadlift versus doing stiff leg deadlift, stiff leg deadlift, woo! Stiff leg deadlift is more focused on your hamstrings, while a Romanian deadlift is more focused on your glutes. Glutes. Crap, my English today, do. When doing stiff deadlift, your posture will be more like this, more leaning forward, more stretch on your hamstrings, versus doing Romanian deadlift, which will be a little bit more bent on your knees. Push your glutes back and do the exercise more like this. Pushing your glutes back instead of this. More hamstrings, more glutes. More hamstrings, more glutes. So I'm going to show you how the exercise actually looks. Really important as well to, I see a lot of girls when they're doing the exercises, they are looking at themselves in the mirror, which will be like, this will be how it looks. With the neck like bent like this. Try to have your whole back and spine straight when you are doing like neck, everything should be like in a line. So try to just like focus on following along with your eyes. Like when I'm doing it like this, going down, going up, and you can look at yourself, but do not do them like this. You will pull something. I promise you will. Okay, third exercise is step-ups, and this, I will say, this is an underestimated exercise because it's freaking good for your bum. So what you need for this exercise is a bench or a step-up box or something that will put you in an angle of a little bit more than 90 degrees. So if you look at me now, I found a really good spot of doing the exercise. So this is a really good start of doing the exercise and pushing up instead of like, this will be a little bit too low. This is still like, this is 90 degrees, but I want to have it like a little bit more than 90 degrees to be able to get the push up. And this exercise is, you can focus more on quads and you can focus more on glutes. When doing it more on glutes, I want you to lean a little bit forward. Pushing straight up will give you more quads. Pushing a little bit lean forward in this angle, my back, and pushing up like this will give you a little bit more glutes. Obviously, it will target both your quads and your glutes, but it can target a little bit more on the other one. And who doesn't want more glutes? So we're gonna lean slightly forward and push up. Grab a dumbbell, or if you want to do it just with your body weight, that's fine as well. That is fine as well. So it's just your call. I like to add a weight and make it harder and aim for about 8 reps on each leg. I will show you how the exercise looks. saw, we don't want any like bumping up and down because you really want to focus on pushing from your heels to activate your glutes. So nothing like this, jumping up and down. This leg should only be there to support you, and this working leg should be the one that is really working your weights up. Yes, that's a wrap. No. Fourth exercise coming up. Fourth exercise for this 5 must-do glute exercises in the gym. Obviously, we can't do a good glute session without hip thrust. If you ask me, this is an exercise that I have become to love. It's love and hate, but it's definitely more love because it has been giving me a lot. So there's a lot of different ways of doing hip thrust, and there's a lot of different variations. You can do B-stand hip thrust, you can do pause hip thrust, you can do 3 seconds down hip thrusts. There's a lot going on, but there's just like variation of basically the same exercise. So I will just like show you the regular hip thrust, and then you can work yourself from there. Or in like part 2 of must-do exercises for glutes in the gym, I will show you more of the variations. But for now, hip thrusts. This exercise has 1, 2, 3 rules. It has 3 rules to get it right. I'm just gonna move this a little bit. You will have 90 degrees. Instead of doing it like this and have a too long stand, you will feel this more in your hamstrings than your bum. So what you want to do is to move your heels closer to your glutes, and from there push up. So you have like a 90 degrees position of your legs. After that, you want to point your chin down to your chest and look forward. Otherwise, you will look like this. And that's not good, or like this. And you will like overbend your back. Instead, you can see the difference between doing it like this and doing it like this. Full contact in your glutes, and that is what we want. So 90 degrees, put your chin down to your chin down to your chest and look forward, having the bar, pushing up. Okay, I'm going to show you how it looks like with a bar. That is hip thrusts, ladies and gentlemen. I also got some questions about when I'm doing hip thrusts. I have, if you look at my bench, I have it in a declined position instead of having it like this and doing the hip thrusts here like this. I personally feel like I'm a little bit too short for the bench, and like it's really hard to get up from this position with a lot of weights on you. Like this is basically too high, so that is why I'm doing it like this, because this will help me to get up in a position better than if it is too high. So if you have a bench that you can do this with and you feel like you're struggling with the hip thrust and like the form of the hip thrust, try to put your bench like this, or if you can, try to just put 2 weight plates under your bum, so you get up a little bit more, so you get a elevation of where you are seated on the floor. That will probably help you with the hip thrust. Last exercise of this session will be Bulgarian split squats. I know you're hating me a little bit right now, but let me tell you, Bulgarian hip squats, Bulgarian split squats, I know how much they hurt, but they are also so freaking good. So this is definitely one of my top exercises for my glutes and also quads, but glutes. The thing is, why I choose to have to use a barbell with a barbell pad on is because of my ankle. It will be moving so much smoother than having it on a bench, And I know that a lot of girls feel like they struggle a little bit to get the exercise right because they don't know how to. You've seen this. I know you've seen this. Like you struggle with how to stand and this doesn't feel really comfortable. So that is a really, really good setup to do the Bulgarian split squat. But as I said again, if the gym is crowded, it's kind of shitty to take up a whole area like this to do one exercise that you can do on a bench. So just look over your gym. If you have the opportunity to do it like this, do it. Because it truly is a lifesaver. Game changer, not lifesaver, but also lifesaver. But you know what I mean. This is a little bit too high for me, so I'm just gonna stand on a plate to come up a little bit more. As I told you about the ankle, this will be moving with me, and I will get a much smoother like rep and motion of doing it like this. I also like to do one dumbbell at a time because I feel like I can load off more weights on one dumbbell and hold against something so you get a good balance, so you don't have to focus on the balance when doing the exercise. So this will not pull you up, it would only help you with your balance. Just gonna move this a little bit forward. And this is how the exercise looks like. Straight back. You can lean a little bit forward as that will be focusing more on your glutes, but still on your quads as well. Going down and push up. Push from your heels, going down and push up. Oh, I can really feel this exercise already. And push up. So Bulgarian split squat doesn't mean that you have to hold on to 2 dumbbells and do it on a bench. You can do it like this as well. And this is a personal favorite of mine when I'm doing Bulgarian split squats. This is like what I do. I hold against something so I can like let go of the focus of the balance and just focus on the lift and load up more weights. You should try it. You definitely should. That was the whole session for today. I really hope that you want to try it out. As I said before, it will be more part of must-do exercises for glutes, but these 5 are like a few of my favorite ones. More to come. Do not forget to do a warm-up before any session you do. Warm-up is so important. I just posted one for both upper body and lower body, but in this case lower body, so go check it out. You have it on Instagram. I will put it somewhere in the frame here, and you have description a link to the video in the description below as well. So for this session, the last words will be like when I want to focus on muscle building and volume, my rep range is always 6 till 8 reps to really challenge myself and to push my limits. But when I want to focus more on muscle contact and like pump, I aim for about 10, but mostly like 12-15 reps. Both like methods will build muscles. It's just 2 different ways of training. And also like I love to challenge myself, so to push less reps and to give it all I have on those reps and those sets, I just feel like it gives me more. So it's just different ways of training. Try them out. It's always good to mix between those methods. That's like something that I always do as well. And yeah, I really hope that you want to try out the session. I see you in my next video. You have the whole session in the description below, and please let me know what you would like to see here on YouTube next. And yeah, I see you in my next video. Love you guys, bye!